Good night, Miss Gladys. This is my exposition about pseudoscience versus science. Science is a systematic rebook that carries information independent on the idea that the natural works according to certain principles and what we can discover those principles through observation and experimentation. First example about this experimentation is in any science. For example, is physics. This is science. The principal phase in experimentation and comproval. Science isn't the only way of knowing about the world, but we give it special respect because it works so well. Sometimes, unscientific belief system masquerade as science in order to claim the benefit of that special respect in many cases. Magic, gods, the lodge, and Netsmasters. It's fairly easy to the third part, but what about homeopathy, intelligent design, energy healing? Schools don't do a very good job teaching students the recognition and understanding of scientific research. Fortunately, it's really not that difficult, but it does take one or two more steps beyond just accepting what you read. The difference between science and pseudoscience radicates in any factors. For example, science. Science uses careful observation and experimentation to confirm or reject an hypothesis, evidence against theories and laws are researched for and studied closely. And pseudoscience starts with hypothesis, looks only for evidence to support it, little or no experimentation. Conflicting evidence is ignoring excuses or hidden. The original idea is never abandoned, whatever the evidence. The demarcation between science and pseudoscience is part of the large task to determine which believable and spectacleity warranted. The entry clarifies the specific natures of pseudoscience in relation to other forms in non-scientific doctrines and practices. The major proposed demarcation criteria and discussed and some of their works are pointing out in conclusion in this species that there is much more agreement about particular issues of demarcation than of the general criteria that such judgment should be based upon. This is an indication that there is still much important philosophical work to be done on the demarcation between science and pseudoscience. The other difference in science and pseudoscience is based on well-established repeating patterns and regularity in nature. And pseudoscience focuses without skepticism of alleged exceptions, error, anomalies, and strange events. Strange events is on the supernatural phenomenon. In this country, some supernatural phenomena, for example, is seismos in the last year in 2016 in Ecuador. Other difference is reproducible results are required of experiments. In case of failure, no excuses are acceptable. And pseudoscience is results cannot be reproduced or verified. Excuses are freely invented to explain the failures of any scientific test. Now, how to identify pseudoscience? The very first thing to check the source of claim. Where was it published in is a new article? Does the article give a citation to a reputable journal? Then it's probably reasonable to answer it. You likely need more than and the layperson education to distinguish between scientific articles after they are published. And sometimes it's really important to you than this point on which you ask an expert. Science and pseudoscience depending on idea and the scientific decision and ideas in the area of work in physics, chemistry, or biology. Why a journal? Scientific journals and peer review approaches based on the simple idea that only experts are qualified to evaluate the work of other experts. Peer review is very high standard, though it can always detect deliberate exception. For example, Andrew will qualify the foreign physical while from the line to chemistry to hope. In the university, the science is a principal signature in the study for the students, and physics is the most famous area of knowledge about the science. Actually, they gave his study published in the prestigious journal The Lancet, but the decision was subsequently uncovered. The paper was retrieved and well-qualified medical license revoked. The exceptions that make it through peer review can often be identified when other researchers try to replicate or build upon the result of science published. Science and pseudoscience. Science body of knowledge based on the study of natural world. This world or other things, for example, the universe. Based on scientific inquiry, developing explanation for why things are the way they are. Each criteria process of based on observation and experimentation. In science, for example, physics or chemistry is a creation about the humans for the codificate the knowledge and study the phenomena of physics and biology. Now, existing the other different science and pseudoscience more difficult to understand. For example, science uses vocabulary that is well dignified and is in the way used by co-workers. Pseudoscience uses specially inventing terms that are budgets and applied only to the one specific area. The most important in science and pseudoscience is the knowledge. This is the only appearance in the two areas. In science, progress as science goes on more and more is learning, and pseudoscience, no progress, nothing new is learning in time paces. Well, in conclusion, this science on pseudoscience. Science is the study of natural world, but pseudoscience this is the current collection of belief or practice mistakenly regarded as being based on scientific method. The method of scientific is the use for science or pseudoscience. No, doesn't matter where is the one instead. Science and pseudoscience. The method of scientific is important for data recollection. Thank you.